Hi, everybody. I hope you're having a fabulous day today. Welcome to our newest episode of Dell Talk, powered by Kind Lending. We have a very special guest. It's been a long time coming. A good friend of mine, I partner with every day. He powers everything at Kind Lending, Kind TPO specifically. We're going to get into that next. But Mark Russell, the Chief Technology Officer at Kind Lending. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
No,
Appreciate it.
no problem. It's been a long time coming. We talk about 1 million times a day. And this is just another time for us to connect, this time live here for our viewers, which we all thank them for watching. But this is a special episode because there's a lot that goes on to our technology here at Kind. Feedback from our brokers, feedback from our account executives, feedback from our ops partners, and it all rolls into you, Mark. So I want to publicly thank you because you have a tough job because you get hit by so many pieces of the business and you made our technology the best in the industry. So I want to start off by saying thank you, Mark, because you are making a big impact in our business. So thank you for that, my friend.
Absolutely. And I
Yeah.
love doing what I'm doing. And like I said, you're right. You and I talk all the time. And this is fun. This is fun.
This
And,
is
and
fun.
we're making a difference. So I love it.
Yes, we are. So Mark, you have an extensive background in technology over, 35 years of technology. You owned your own firm. You were instrumental at a previous company of ours with the Snap portal. You made it so easy, and you brought that entire foundation and thinking of, making it easy for our customers, making it fun. And we're going to talk about making it fun too, but what's kind of like the genesis, I guess, the start of how you came to think about the portal, and how important it is. Let's start there on, making it easy for our customers. So maybe you can share some insight on that.
Absolutely. Well, and again, I think a lot of it goes back to luckily in my life early on in my
Mhm.
technology career, I had the opportunity to work with some very large customers, very large. And it taught me a lesson that, again, it's all about the customer, right? We're here to make the customer happy. So that kind of ingrained in me from the early on days. Then when I kind of got into the mortgage world, which is probably over 25 years now, again, what's our job? Our job in technology is to take a process that was old, manual, whatever it might have been, and automate it, use technology. Got the opportunity to spend time with a lot of customers, and one of the philosophies one of mine told me early on is, I want one button, and it was an enlightening experience because he said, I just want one button, and I thought it was absolutely right. Again, that's what brokers, that's what we want to make. They want one button to do everything for you. So that's kind of where my thought is. It's all about the customer. It's all about the broker. Give them simplicity, and that's kind of been my driving force from the beginning.
Right. And I think it's very apparent, especially to the account executives when we give them feedback. We have a broker portal committee, as you know, where they give us feedback. A couple of account executives are very active on that too. But let's take it back a couple of weeks ago. Maybe it's almost going to be a month and a half ago at our Vibe event, right? So, that Vibe event, we specifically had you on there to talk about our technology, in particular, rolled out some great products, V8 joint loans, a second home non-owners, a non-QM
Mhm.
or national. When we're rolling out a product, Mark, at every lender, it rolls out products and puts this into the technology. How many different parties do you work with to do that, right? Like, what does it look like when we roll a product out at Kind? Because it can move quickly here, faster than normal. So maybe you can share some light on that.
We do. And again, that brings up a huge point that there's a
Yeah.
team behind it, right? It's not
Yeah.
me. I mean, I have an incredible team. I mean, I will say they're lean, they're mean, and we accomplish a lot of stuff. So
Hmm.
we do. There's so many little, I's to dot, T's to cross with, whether it's operations, whether it's product team, whether it's pricing and rates and things like that. So there's so many people involved. And without the team I have, you know, we wouldn't be able to pull it off. So there's a team that really is behind the scenes making all this stuff happen. So I personally, I know that hopefully the team will be watching this. thank
Yeah.
you, team, because
Yeah.
without you, we couldn't be successful like we are. So
Right.
it's a big team effort.
It is. It is. There's a lot of people behind the scenes that are part of that, from the product team to Natalie and Chris, the operations, to Mary Malloy's team, to Pam Sullivan. There's a lot of people that are participating, led by Yvonne, right, to help us get our products in line. It's a big partnership with you and technology.
Yeah, I think
Specific,
Dell to
yeah,
extend on that again, it's also you and your team, right? Because
yep,
again, at the end of the day, right, you're out there dealing with the customer. You're the ones that are determining what do we need to do behind the scenes to be successful. So, like you said, it is a big team, and your entire sales team, AEs, everyone, they're all part of that whole big team that's making this happen.
yeah, we're pretty excited about that. We're going to talk a little bit about the feedback loop here that we have, but Mark, going back to a little bit of the Vibe event. It was a very special event. A lot of people there, over 800 attendees. There's a lot of energy came out of it. But we spoke about technology, and we spoke about the portal in general. You know, what? How did we come up with the name for the Kwikie portal? For those of them that know it, I know Yvonne was involved in that. So maybe you can tell us, how do we come up with the actual Kwikie name for the portal?
So I will, and again, I will clarify some stuff I said at the Vibe event because the discussion. We go
Right,
back, try to remember
right.
this. When we
Uh,
first started, we did all get in a room and we were all talking, joking around. Yvonne
right,
brought up, "Hey, why don't we call it Kwikie?" Glenn, we were all in this room just
mm,
being fun, right? Having
right,
fun, being funny. No
right.
thought that we were really going to do this. And then if you go check out the Shred Media event when Glenn announced, "Hey, I'm going to start a new company,"
Right.
he's the one that basically said, "We want to have fun. We're gonna laugh at ourselves, and we're calling our portal the Kwikie." And since then, it's stuck. People love it, and it allows us to have a lot of fun, right? Because that's what we want to be. We want to be fun about it. So uh, it was a fun time, and it
It
set the
was a
tone.
fun time. It is a fun time, right? Like we
That's
still
right.
we still have some technology pieces that are coming down the line to make it even easier for people to use our technology, specifically the portal. But Mark, you mentioned earlier the one button. When somebody can go on the price alone here at Kind, they can actually choose their MI, right? They get a full view on that. So on the pricing engine front, you were instrumental on that. So, and our AEs giving us feedback. What do you think makes it easy for our brokers when they're on the pricer, especially when we're selecting MI? We've updated that, so maybe you can share with us on that front what you've done on that piece.
Yeah, I think one of the things that's really good that again we try to keep it simple is you know from the very beginning, there's a little bit of loan data, whatever it might be.
Hmm.
Here's my borrower scenario. So we try to, and with one button, click, it's going to show
Yep.
you all options, right? We're not going to say, oh, what is my conventional choice, or what is my FHA choice, or what if I do it this way? So the thought is, let the system, let the technology do the work for you. And it's like, here's everything you have. With again, to your point, we added the nice MI ability, so you can toggle and say, what's my split MI? So again, they have options,
Yep.
simple clicks. They can get to the data they need, and ultimately, find the right product for their borrower.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. And you've seen, the evolution of our technology here at Kind, and Mark, you not only here at Kind, but at different companies. How important do you feel technology is to the growth of the mortgage industry in general? Because you've created pricers, you've seen it all, Mark, right? So how have you seen the evolution change, and where do you see technology in general going for this industry?
Yeah, I think again, if you look at it, ultimately, what does our portal do? The ultimate objective of our portal is to get loans in the door. I mean, at the
Right,
end of the day, right? So
right,
again, how do we make that simple? How do we make that so the broker can easily just come in, give us a loan? Again, that's the simplistic part, right? There's a lot of technology behind the scenes to make that happen. I know technology also involves our operational process. How do we automate tasks? How do we auto disclose? How do we do a lot of things so it can be more efficient? But we from the very beginning said we wanted to have our own portal because we want to be able to give that experience. And again, it's a combination of that user experience, that simplicity, with technology kind of buried behind the scenes to make it
right.
so simple.
Right,
So
right. And where do you see the industry go with this, Mark? I mean, do you see that eventually it's really going to be, everything, you can upload stuff on your phone, scan everything on your phone, and you submit files, right? But like, there's a lot of security that's involved, right, when it comes to technology as well, too. So, where do you see in general the market going with technology? Like I mentioned earlier, you've seen it all. Where do you see it going?
yeah, I don't think it'll ever stop. I mean, I always, again, thought a long time ago, why can't I buy a house like I buy a car? I can get it in the same day. There's
Yeah,
so many moving parts in there, though, right?
right.
And again, technology is constantly evolving. How we validate income, how we validate assets, how we're doing
Hmm.
products. So we're all looking for, the better ways to do things. So I don't think it'll ever slow down. I'm hoping, it
Yeah,
gets we keep simplifying it, right? It should be
right,
simple.
right.
Like Carvana, you can go get your car out of the little machine. Why can't I get my key out of it? So
That's
we'll
right.
see. We'll continue to keep pushing and finding whatever technological advances we can use to make this process simple.
Right. And I think that's an important piece, man. If you can, the day you buy a house, like a car, that'd be an interesting day, right? There you go.
That's
Your
right.
keys are there. But I've seen a change as well too, right? Not only in sales but technology. From the website that we had, we started with not being able to auto disclose. Now we're all auto disclosing on products now. We're making it easier for people to order their CDs. They can actually view their LE and CD prior to it going out to the
That's right.
borrower. So there's a lot of advantages to it too. I think, even as simple as, we auto populate for the anti-steering form, like those small pieces really do help us, get the other loan, really, to be honest. And it's a big part of it.
Absolutely.
Mark, you were going to say something? Sorry, did I cut you
Nope.
off there?
I
Okay.
absolutely was agreeing with you 100%.
Yeah, yeah. So, Mark, let's talk a little bit different pace here on something special that you and I have spoken about. I actually sat in your office yesterday and we are talking about this because I do feel that you are part of our executive team, and we have a really good team here at Kind Lending in general. Our ops piece, our account executives, our account managers, from Debbie Davis who picks up the phones and when I walk in every morning, she has that smile on her face. Again, I got to give her a shout out to Debbie Davis. She has a face there in the mornings until the post closing team that sits in her office. And you've been here since the start, since day one, and so I think Yvonne shared a story where you all opened up your laptops and really there was nothing there. It was just day one, no emails. Funny to see that. But where have you seen the culture here grow to at Kind? Because everybody here is so willing to do their part to make the company successful for our borrowers and our brokers. So maybe you can speak to the relationships that we all have and how we've all worked together to make this place so special. Because you've been here since day one and you've seen it all. So maybe you can share with our viewers about that.
I have, and it was actually it's such a great experience. One, again, startups are so fun, but this was not a startup, right?
Yeah.
We said when we were starting this business, Glenn and Yvonne will
Yeah.
tell you, we were like huddled in a room, but we knew we were massive already. We were a startup, but with the knowledge and expertise of the most senior, business that there had ever been out there. So it was so exciting. And then the culture, like Glenn will tell you, he wanted that family again, right? I mean,
Right.
it's like, hey, let's get this team together. And we truly did. We went after, and all the people that came back, everyone kept saying, I feel like I'm coming home. I'm coming home,
Yeah.
coming back to the family. And I think everybody here, I mean, we're pretty tight. I mean, hey,
Yep.
you're my brother, right? I mean, we're
Right.
like,
Yep.
we're all on the same team. We're on the same family.
Right.
And I think that tone was set at the very beginning, which is why one of the big reasons why Kind Lending is really becoming very successful, because it's all about the family and us doing right for each other, for our customers, and it's it permeates throughout the whole business, and
It
it's
does. It, it
obvious, right?
it really does. And from the marketing side, so behind the scenes, just like there's a team behind you, the technology piece, there is a marketing team that powers this information as well too, right? And so there's always a team behind the scenes. So like Chris and Mackenzie are behind the scenes now. So shout out to them to make this happen. Just so you have a team that's behind the scenes to help us on the technology front, and everybody's rowing in the same direction, right? And I think that's an important part of what we're doing here at Kind as well too. So I wanted to touch on that, Mark, because not only are you the mastermind behind the portal, which I want to end it here talking about the fun that we have with the portal, but you've also been a big part of the culture here as the company has grown too. And so my hat's off to you, to Yvonne, to Chrissy, to Mel Davis, to Glenn, Mindy, Irma, for everybody that was here since the start. Keely as well too, who's my neighbor, well, at the office as well. My neighbor Keely, got to give a shout out. But they're that's a big part. And even though, like you mentioned, the company we started off as a startup, everybody was been big a part of the previous company when it was massive, and we all have that experience. So I think that makes us even more special here at Kind for our borrowers and our brokers.
It absolutely does. It does. And like
Yeah,
I said, we continue. Like I said, you said it well. We appreciate what all of our people do every day. I mean, we are moving very fast, but I hope they all know how much they're appreciated. And we
yeah,
are on the family, all to your point, we're rowing the big boat. We're
yeah.
moving,
We're all moving. We're all moving. So,
moving.
it's the holiday season. I love the holidays, Mark. You get, my family enjoys a lot of tamales, uh, during
Gonna share
this
some,
holiday.
right?
Yeah, I got to
Bring
share
some up.
some. I'll bring some up to the office. I'm excited about this season. And I think one of the big pieces about what we do here at Kind is not only the technology, the great offer we have, the tech, but also we try to make it fun. We mentioned this. Natalie has a saying, we put the fun back in funding. Natalie and Chrissy have that saying, but we also put a lot of fun pieces to our business to connect with our brokers when it comes to our portal. So maybe you can talk about some of the things that we've done in the past, and then some of the pieces that we're going to be doing in the future on the website to help us, show a little fun. As you can see, we have the dog that barks in there. I was talking to somebody about that. They wanted to call him Sparky, which is not a bad idea. But yeah. So what do you think? What are some pieces that we've done to the portal? And our brokers who are watching this have already seen some of the fun things that we've done specifically to our landing page.
Yeah, I think again, part of our mantra is we want to have fun. We don't want to be a stodgy lender. So we came up with that concept a while ago. Let's go ahead and push out. So on holidays, we have a cool theme. So when they log in, it's something unique. Halloween, the Halloween theme was really cool. I think people really liked it at Vibe. I don't know, for those of you who like Star Wars, we had a May the 4th be with you on the 4th. So that type of stuff, again, our customers, they like
Yeah.
they're excited. They want to go log in. They're not going to do a loan. They're going to check out what Kind did today or something like that. So I
Right.
think it adds that little that little laughter. I think one of our customers sent something to their account executive that said, "Hey, don't have any issues. I just want to call that when I logged in today, it put a smile on my face." Right?
Right.
I mean, that's part of what we're trying to do here. So it worked out really well. And to your
It
point, the
did.
little dog barking. Yeah, we like the dog barking. So we'll continue to be a little edgy and throw some fun stuff out there so people can have fun and while they're doing their loan instead of just, a boring loan process.
That's right. Yeah. And we try to make it as fun as possible. We have a lot of great AEs that use the portal to market as well. It's, sharing some of our free branded marketing information that's on there, the CTC Tiles product that you were instrumental, Chris's team, Mackenzie, on creating the marketing platform that we have for free for our approved clients that has some great non-branded material as well too. I know Nicole and Chris and a couple other account executives use a lot of those tiles that we have to talk about the portal, right? Screenshots and so forth. So thank you, Mark, for that. And so, we're running out of time here, Mark. I just want to, again, say thank you. There's a lot of pieces of business that goes really noticed. You don't hear about it because it's running smoothly, and you're a big part of that behind the scenes. So thank you so much, Mark, for everything you've been doing for us. I'm excited for 2024. I know you are. I'll make sure that I bring up some tamales too when I come up when they're ready.
Absolutely. But I do want to add one more thing because I
Yeah,
think one of the things that keeps our portal, moving forward is we really want feedback, right?
that's
So
right.
I learned again a long time ago that the users that use the system are the ones you really need to get the information from, right? Those are the people that live on it day by day. So if any of our brokers are out there or account executives, if there's something that's a little confusing or that you think if we added would make your life easier, please share it with your account executive. It does come up to us. We do meet about it. We want to make your job and give you the capability to make this thing simple. So we love that feedback. So keep it coming.
That's a very good point.
I can't wait for the tamales.
There you go. There you go. It's a very, very good point, Mark. We do have the AE broker council, right? That's part of. We have an AE council, and we also have the broker portal team that helps us with that. Austin has definitely helped. Austin, one of our account executives, very instrumental too, is giving us feedback on that piece too. But feedback is key. It makes it better. It makes us all better. And thank you for the reminder on that one, Mark. So
absolutely.
All right, everybody. Well, we really appreciate Mark. Anything else to add?
No, thank you for having me. It's been 4 long years in the waiting, and I'm glad I made it onto Del Talk.
There you go. There you go. You're a big part of our success, Mark. And I want to just publicly thank you again. You're doing a great job. Your whole team. Really appreciate the partnership that we all have. Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you all, and have a great holiday. Thanks.
No problem. Thank you, Mark. So thank you all for watching our newest episode of Del Talk. More to come going into the next year. If you have any questions for Mark, if you want to reach out to him, you can find him on LinkedIn. You can also reach out to us here at Kind TPO. To view this episode, it is on Spotify, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Thanks a lot for your help, Mark. Really appreciate it. And thank you all for watching. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon.
Thank you. Bye.